with it, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high.
Hey guys, it's the Fly Natural here, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and so welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. If you are new and not yet subscribed, make sure you do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button and join the family, because I guarantee if you have good taste, and that's only if you have good taste, you're gonna like it here. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna apologize in advance. We are outside. It's a beautiful day. I love the sunlight, and I didn't feel like filming in the basement, so we are outside. So if it's a little loud, that's the combination of Mother Nature and my 3-year-old, so I do apologize. All right, y'all, so y'all can tell by the title of this video, this is my 5-year lock update. Yes, my 5-year lock anniversary was April 22nd, and that's when I celebrated 5 years of being DIY Microlocs. So if you guys are new to this channel or just not familiar with my journey, I started my own locks in April 22nd of 2020 during the pandemic. Actually, that's a lie. I started them on the 18th and finished them on the 22nd. The 19th, either it was the 18th or the 19th, and then I finished them on the 22nd. So during that time, during those 5-year span, I maintained my locks myself. I don't have a loctician or anything. I am the loctician. So all of this is all of me. So yeah, these 5 years, baby, there has been a lot of changes within my locks. One, I've had my hair colored, as you can tell. I probably can't, because that color does blend in with the skin. But I box dyed it twice. The length, obviously y'all can tell with the length. So I don't really have to get into too much detail about that. But I did want to update you guys on a couple of things that I felt like are noteworthy of my 5 years experience being locked. One, my baby locks, or the edges of my head. Now, I first started my locks after I had my second child, and I had postpartum shedding around my edges, so I didn't have any locks on the perimeter. Then that hair grew in, and I started those locks. But then I had my baby over here, and postpartum got to me again. I thought it skipped me, but it didn't. Those locks around the perimeter started to thin out, and then some of them, most of them, all broke off. So now at this point, we have this one that came back that grew in. We have this baby lock right here. This is just some extra hair. Once that gets long enough, I'm gonna turn that into another baby lock. We have these two here that didn't break all the way off. They broke right here, like towards the top. So they still have a little bit of length on them, but that's how they're growing. And then we also have this baby lock here and this one over here. So those are growing in nicely. So when I first started my locks, it took me about 2 years to get the baby locks to grow in. Now I'm starting all over at year 5. Not a fan of that, but we gotta do what we gotta do, because I love my locks and I don't plan on cutting them anytime soon, so we just gotta let them grow in. So that's the update on my baby locks. Now, one thing that I will say is I have lost some locks that weren't due to postpartum. Like yesterday, I was on the phone with my friend and I was running my hands through my locks, and one of my locks kind of felt funny, so I went, picked it up, and it just came straight out in my hand, the entire lock. And I still have it. I'm gonna have to put it in my lock graveyard. If you guys want a video about my lock graveyard, all of the locks I've lost on my journey, let me know, because I do have all of the locks that I've lost, and I would definitely show y'all, because I lost quite a few soldiers. Yeah, so that one just came out, and I'm not sure what caused that to come out. I don't know whether it's me putting my hair into too many updos, or maybe it's stress. I don't know, but that lock just came out like it didn't want to be there anymore. And so I just sat there looking confused. Honestly, my hair as a whole, even with the locks that I have lost, is super thick, especially in like the back. Like my hair is like super thick and super full. You can't even tell that I lost those locks until I start to do certain things. Like the lock I lost yesterday was right here. You can clearly see where that one was lost. Like you can clearly see that space. where it came out. And then I lost another one that was like right here. That was the one. That was the lock that I accidentally snatched off when I was putting on my seatbelt. Like, y'all, locks are dangerous. Be careful out here. Because the longer y'all hair gets, that is the more damage you can cause to yourself. So, my hair be getting tangled and caught and stuff. And I always got to make sure I put it up before I do anything. So, yeah. So, that's that on the locks that I have lost. Right now, this stage of my lock journey, the length is there. The length is definitely there. Now, I didn't think that, I thought I was going to be like this in like around 3 years. And by 5 years, I'd be down here with it. But I guess that's not what the lock gods had in store for me, because my hair was this length, collarbone length, prior to me locking it. So when I locked it at collarbone length, and it went all the way up above my ears, and here we are 5 years later, a little past collarbone length, which is crazy. I don't understand that, but I have 4C hair, so my hair naturally shrinks about 80 to 90% of its actual length. So I don't even really know how long my hair is if I was to detangle the locks. So it might be down all the way to my butt or something. I don't know. But the way 4C hair works, you don't really know unless you straighten it out. Now, at this stage in my lock journey, with this length, I'm a little bored. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little bored because I wanted length so much. Now that I have length, that's all I have. My hair is flat, especially when I get a retie. When I do my reties, my hair is really flat, so I always have to put in some braids or some twists or something to kind of give myself a little bit of volume. But honestly, that is it. Like, with my hair being this length, it's not even long. It's like a medium length, and it's boring here. I'm not even gonna lie. The styles that I used to do maybe 2 years ago when my hair was a decent length but wasn't as long, those styles don't even hit the same anymore. They look different, they feel different, they don't give me the same value, they don't give me the same oomph because of the length of my hair is different. So at this point, I just either have to find styles that will work, or, y'all, truth be told, I'm thinking about trimming a couple of inches off my locks. Now, the real reason why I want to do that is because I have so many different lengths in my hair. So many different lengths. My hair grows at different lengths, so some of the ones in the front, like, they could be literally right next to each other. This one is up here, but this one is here. It's like a difference. So I kind of am thinking about maybe getting myself a trim, cutting off a couple of inches and doing like a lock bob. You know, I know that might not be the season for it, but it's about to be hot. This right here, hair on my neck, hair on my shoulders, hair, I don't want to do that. So I'm thinking about like chopping it up to like maybe my chin. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea because y'all see I got a long face. Me and my thumb are twins, so I don't know. We're going to have to see about that. But that is what I'm really considering doing to my life right now. I feel like I want a change. I need a change. And I might just go on and trim them up, or, you know, get somebody to do it. I might get somebody to do it because one thing about me, I don't really necessarily cut my own hair. I do everything else to it. Cutting it is a whole different ball game, because me, I will go scissor happy and I won't have no hair, and I'll be fine with that. But I don't want to do that. So if I do decide that I am going to get the lock bob, I'm going to make sure that I go to somebody else and get them to do it for me. One thing that I've noticed though within my locks is the build up, the lint, whatever you want to call it. And it's crazy because I don't use products on my hair. The only products that I usually use on my hair is shampoo, oil, and water. And I only do that once I wash my hair. When I'm doing my reties, I spray it with water. If my hair feels a little dry, I spray it with some water. I use some coconut milk water type deal stuff before. I was using that, but I haven't used that in a while. But there's so much guck in my hair. Now, I'm not sure if that happened, if that was always the case and I just didn't notice it until I dyed my hair, because that's when it became more noticeable. When I dyed my hair and it's a lighter color, it's like it exposed all of my business, y'all. All of my business. Especially the ones that like are in the back and the nape of my neck. There's so much buildup or guck. Like, it's like you can see like up in here. there's just so much guck. And then like this one, hopefully y'all can see it, I don't know, but there's like a lot of buildup in my hair now. I'm not even sure what to do about that, because I call myself giving myself a lock detox where I did the apple cider vinegar and the baking soda, and I soaked for a while, and the only thing that came out of my hair to me was my hair color. That's it. I didn't see a lot of that dirt coming out. I didn't see a lot of that. I just saw the like orangish reddish color of the dye that I had in my hair. That's it. And I was sitting in the water for a while, so I kind of feel like maybe it's lint and not dirt, because you can't do a lock detox to detoxify lint. Lint is not gonna dissolve and just come out of your hair. So I'm assuming that's what it is. But if that's the case, there's nothing I can really do about that except for maybe just dye it again and make it like a darker color. I don't know. My overall feelings towards my locks: I love my locks. I'm glad that I did my locks. I'm glad that I maintained my locks. And I don't plan on cutting like my locks off or taking them down anytime soon, which is so crazy because my cousin, who started his lock journey a couple of years before me, just recently cut his hair, and I'm just devastated. Like, RIP to those beautiful, beautiful locks. But when I asked him why did he did it, he just was like, he needed a change. He just wanted something new. And I'm like, for me, my change includes my locks, but it might be changing my locks in some way, shape, or form. I don't think I've gotten to the point in my journey to where I'm ready to cut these locks. Now, if you guys have been following my journey, you know that I mentioned that there will come a point in time that I will cut these locks and start anew and start fresh and get a new set, because I did start these during the pandemic, and the years leading after that, which is a lot of growth and trauma and a lot of developmental stuff happening in my life that set the scene to the woman that you're seeing now and the woman that you're going to see in the future. And once I hit this pivotal point in my life where I feel like, okay, I learned the lessons that I learned and these locks carried me to this point in my life, I will cut them. I will let my hair be free for a couple of months, and then I'm gonna lock back up. But I will cherish these locks because this is what started it off for me. But honestly, I do feel like I'm gonna do a different set. It just is what it is, because I do believe that hair holds energy, and especially when it's locked, it's all in there. I feel like a lot of the gook that's in my locks is old energy and old just stuff that just at a point in time I'm gonna have to let it go. I feel like I need it right now because this was pushing me and motivating me and reminding me of my progress and everything I've done so far. But when it's time to let it go, you gotta let it go. And that's what we're gonna do with that. But we're not there yet. We 5 years locked in with these particular set of locks, and baby, I love it here. I love her. I love her down. Like, she is everything. She's long, she's full, she has movement. She doesn't have body though. That's the only thing that she doesn't have. When I don't have a retie, that's when I get the most body, the most volume, the most oomph. But now that I'm like 2 weeks past my retie, I got a little bit of something, but it's still pretty much flat for the most part. So yeah. So that's pretty much it on the update. I don't have anything else really to say about my locks that I haven't said in every other video, because if you do have locks and you're like years into this thing, you know it's not that much that changes over time with your locks versus like maybe your color or some cosmetic things depending on how you take care of it. But for the most part, once you get to the adult stage in your life, the major difference you're gonna see is the length. So that's what we're doing. We just rocking it out, letting it get long, letting it do what it's gonna do. Like I said, I'm seriously considering chopping her up. Now, the only thing that may stop me from doing that is the fact that I love throwing my hair in a bun. Throwing it in a bun, a ponytail, just getting it out the way if I need to. Flip my head upside down, put that thing on top of my head and go about my business. If I cut my hair into a lock bob, I won't be able to do that. And I don't know if I want to make that upside yet, because that's one of the best things about having locks, especially when at a distant length. Just throw them things up and go about your business. But yeah, I'm still considering that. Like I said, if I decide to do that, of course y'all gonna get a video. Of course I'm gonna let y'all know because y'all my fam. This is what we here. We sharing our information. I'm letting y'all know what's going on. But yeah, that is all I have on the lovely locks. So let's get into this lock 360, which I filmed in the basement, by the way. So the scenery might look a little different, but hey.
And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say oh. You're trying to leave this. I saw you dance with you. How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. Now so they grab hold of my hand and let's pretend the flow was ours. You say you don't really dance. Just one, two step. Now with the music is moving too fast. Grab my hand a little tighter. Don't be afraid to move a little closer. Girl, there's something about you that makes me wanna say oh. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say oh. You're trying to leave this. How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. I think I'll say oh. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say oh. You're trying to leave this. I saw you dance with you. How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. I wanna be where you are. Ain't nothing wrong with dancing. Baby, it's so romantic. Baby, I can be in your heart. So many things I wanna tell you. I think that I should start by saying, I gotta give a game proper. Spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Oh yeah. You're tryna leave. Oh, I saw you dance with you. How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. Everybody just clap your hands like this. Just clap your hands like this. And if you shorties in the house tonight, just grab her by the hand. Hope you can understand. Y'all will leave your hands like this. Y'all make it bounce like this. You gotta know she was made for you, and you wanna do everything she want to, man. I'm ready to pull up on you. I'm ready to do what I do. Baby, what you wanna do? Shoot your shot 'cause I'm bulletproof.
Oh, listen, wait, baby.
Love it up, do, do, do. Baby, what you wanna do? I'm ready to pull up on you. I'm ready to do what I do. This type shit have you wildin'. Last minute shit to the highest. Drip, drip, drip when you sliding. Bip, 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 baby, ride it. Don't hesitate when you get it 'cause you know I like it. Taking up a date for you. Sweet baby, like it when you bite it. Can't just keep talking about it. We've been too often about it. Can't just be cautious about it. I wanna get wild. Take me for a ride, but show me your outside. Know it's been a while, but I wanna get wild. I wanna drive you crazy. Pull up inside me, baby. Fucking it up like Lucy Days. Ain't no way to but some babies. Don't be wrapped up in that shit like you lazy. I need you to roll up in that shit like you scared. Ain't no hold up on that shit, I hate waiting. Shoot your shot and be patient. This type shit have you wildin'. Last minute trips to the highlands. Drip, drip, drip when you sliding. Bip, 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 baby, ride it. Don't hesitate when you take me 'cause you know I like it.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, make sure you give the video a like. Go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already, because if you made it to this point, you obviously have good taste, so you're gonna like it here. And okay, y'all, make sure y'all check out your flyness. Today is April 25th. Your flyness comes out May 2nd. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready, because I'm ready. Check out your flyness. Dropping officially May 2nd. Okay? Check us out. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Peace.